I haven't changed at all. I've got
Oh no. What is
You
that?
have a mink coat?
No, I think someone's flexing his Palworld bags.
After me being right on Palworld for a few weeks, I kind of went out and treated myself.
Look at you.
I got the coat. We got the watch.
You need the chain.
We already had the watch. But
where's the chain? You got the chain? No chain? That's okay. That's coming when you sell the rest of the box.
I got the Ludwig chain right here.
How do you feel about bronze? Do we feel bad
about Palworld?
That we missed it? I missed it.
I didn't miss anything. Palworld's crap.
But had you subscribed, we could have all done Palworld together.
Now you got the Jon Snow vibe. You look like you're guarding the wall.
Nothing.
Welcome back to the pod. We have in the bottom corner our jiu-jitsu master. We're flipping everything on its head for the summer slowdown. We're doing the summer melt up with Teal Gaming. How's it going, my man?
What's up, guys? I don't know, man. I've never felt more down about my store, about this endeavor. On year 4, I am right now. So it's just across the board bad. So I don't know. I got to get juiced. I got to get motivated. I'm pivoting to do some content. I'm hoping that kind of, gets me inspired. But it's rough right now. It's rough in them streets.
Yeah. And I think we can focus definitely on some of Bronze's stuff, because I mean my cards have gone pretty slow too. But it sounds like Bronze has done really well from opening so much lately. But in the top right, we have Bronze. He's a god of bulk. He's doing box openings. We're looking for collections. We're making our money back. Spoiler alert so quickly. Bronze, how are we doing, my man?
I'm doing good. I turned 42 today.
That's 1 year
closer. 1 year closer to not ever getting to where I want to be. You feel like there's never enough time, but we just got to keep grinding. Just making a bunch of money on Jumpstart, Marvel Jumpstart, having sugar crashes, almost dying on the way home. It's been an eventful day, but I told my family, they said they wanted to do something special for me. And I said, no. You don't understand. I got a podcast I got to go do. So they're,
absolutely.
It's like the end of Goodwill Hunting.
I missed my 10th wedding anniversary for this, the last time. So I appreciate.
I was gonna throw a shot at a knock, but
we should address that.
Yeah, a knock's very under the weather. So
I thought he got a contract offer from Rogan.
It's possible. But happy birthday, Bronze.
Do you know what he got? Did you see what he's got? He's suffering from a case from I didn't buy Palworld-itis.
I thought he bought too much Palworld.
Unlike our host in the top left corner, the one, the only Hurricane Rob,
who had a birthday last Saturday.
Thank you. Yeah, I actually didn't tell you guys it was my birthday on Saturday. So we got a double Leo podcast actually. So
Feliz Navidad.
That's why we were so successful so fast. We have Teal, the most improved YouTube channel week to week. We have the fastest growing podcast, and then we have the best TCG channel in the business. That's Bronze. So
what are you, Teal? Are you the bull? Are you the Aquarius? Are you the Scorpion?
Geminis. The twins. So I don't know. People say I have a dual personality, but I don't believe it.
I only know of the Leo sign, but everyone tells me that's a very Leo thing to say. So,
yeah, it is.
What is the full? Oh yeah, Leo DiCaprio. That's the full name of the constellation.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. I think Leos are just they're confident. They look at themselves a lot. They love themselves, which I think is important. But I didn't want to interrupt Bronze's intro earlier because you were saying, as we're kind of getting older, you're looking at your goals and you're still like, hey, I'm really far from my goal. But I would just take a step back and be like, this is probably the closest you've ever been to your goal. So I think I would focus on that. The coffee cup's half full, as we say on the Coffee and Cardboard Show.
Yeah, I would agree. It's
I say it's totally full, half full of liquid, and half full of air.
Yeah. I don't know.
What is your end goal though, Bronze? Sorry.
Yeah, no,
Sorry.
you're good. You're good.
What is the end goal? What is it? Is it the store?
So at my current job, I make about $50,000 a year, which isn't the greatest, but it's not the worst. If I at the very worst can do that doing this, I just don't want to work in customer service anymore. I mean, I know cards is customer service, but it's customer service and I get to do what I want. I want to be my own boss. That's the end goal. So, I would love to have my own store. I've talked about it before. I remember peak Friday Night Magic when I was 20 and like how crazy it was. And it was like, I want to have a store that fosters that kind of, I hate using the word community, but that kind of just aura. But if that never happened and I could just fend for myself and make what I need plus a little more, as long as I can do it for myself and for no one else, then that's the ultimate goal, is just to be happy, not be anyone else, not serve another master. I want to be my own master. And then, grow from there. So the only way you can do it is by doing all this stuff and spending $2,000 to make $200, and it is what it is.
Yeah, but how long did it take you to do that? 7 days.
What? Yeah. So I bought. I think I talked about it last week, but I bought like 3 cases of Marvel Jumpstart. At the time, the value was up around like 300 plus per box on average. Is now like 230. Mm-hmm. But I listed it all by Thursday or Friday of last week, and by today, so it's just under a week, about 6 days, I sold probably about $2,700 worth, and then I netted about $2,000. So I got my money back on it right away. And then everything else that's in there, because there's still plenty of $1 cards, $2 cards, this, that, the other. Marvel Jumpstart and Marvel in general is like, with the Universes Beyond sets, a lot of people don't necessarily even collect like for playability. A lot of people are just coming in and ordering like every single superhero, every single super villain, anything that's got Wanda, Maximoff on it, just random collections and random things, every Hulk card. So it's been a little more fruitful, because it's direct. So I'm getting a little bit more on some of the bigger cards. And then because of the direct pricing changing, the floor price on a lot of these cards, instead of being 15 cents, is like 30, 35, 40 cents. So it's adding up. So the fact that I was able to get my money back so fast just means the next couple weeks, months, it's just going to be a nice little, $5-10 a day, $5-10 a day, and just adds up.
But for all of our listeners that are not, on top of the math, and if you're not doing the math at home, if you're conservative and earn what Bronze did on a 3-week basis, you get to do that 17 times a year. So you're basically making 10% 17 times. So that's 1.1 to the 17th power, which comes out to 5.05. So on a yearly basis, you just multiplied your money by 5. So whatever you were able to put in. So there's no business in the world that would say no to that. So don't sell yourself short, my friend.
I will not. I appreciate that.
That was amazing.
That's the first time I've seen exponents used in real life.
Whatever the fuck you just did right there, that was incredible. I'm like, it was like Goodwill Hunting.
I typically just do that in my head and feel bad. But
are you a janitor at MIT at night?
No, it's really easy. You just, Bronze said 1 week, and I was like, it would take someone like me an extra couple weeks, because I'm less organized and I'm going to be a little bit slower on the shipping. So I don't think we all can, flip it in a week. So I was like, 3 weeks is more reasonable. So 52 divided by 3 is 17. And then you do the percentage is a 10% return over 17 times. So compounding, baby. So
serious question.
Power
is
5.
Your therapist Robin Williams?
No, I wish.
Nanu.
Rest in peace. Yeah. I do have a therapist though, so go to therapy, everyone.
I agree.
Good.
But believe it or not, I have some Jumpstart coming. I'm on your coattails, Bronze. It's coming tomorrow from Anon, so I'll be.
I thought you ordered that like a week and a half ago.
It took him a long time, but I finally got shipped on Monday, and it'll be here tomorrow. So So
That's
I think
not
he's
bad,
in
yeah.
Pennsylvania, I think, and it comes
Yeah.
here. Yeah. So
Yeah, I sort of not to change, like I do want to talk about Palworld just briefly because basically what I decided to do on that I'm gonna make a separate video because like I do think it is good to do the singles, but I was honestly just balancing my life and time. Like I just have a ton going on at work right now, and I was just looking at after fees and stuff, I'm basically making a quick 3x, so I'm just selling. But dude, I've not been called a scalper more in my life on eBay. I've blocked like 10 accounts this week. It's been hilarious. And so I'm going to make a video about what scalping actually means because people could have bought this at MSRP 3 days before it came out. And
Yep.
we talked about it on this podcast multiple times.
I didn't do it.
I wasn't.
But I'm also not a scalper.
Yeah, exactly. I wasn't super confident either, but it's not even about sell. Like, honestly, I thought you guys had a smart thesis on not doing it because it was like a gamble, and like a knock was really pointing it out. It's like, hey, there's probably like 10% chance you're going to lose all your money. I think he said 50, but in my head, I'm like, I'm just completely ignoring that that probability. But as a reseller, there was a lot of risk there. But people that literally just want to play the game, they literally waited until everyone else wanted to play the game, and now all of a sudden they want to play. So I'm nowhere near like the bags of Rudy, but at the same time, I get that sentiment of just being pissed off at everyone for just being dumb. So I've been calling a lot of people dumb and blocking them on eBay this week.
I've learned over time that oftentimes the have-nots are the ones that usually like to wield that word as a weapon.
Yeah, they all missed out.
If they were on the opposite side, they'd be singing the praises of the product. They didn't, so now everyone else is the devil. So this proves you can't listen to any of that nonsense. The market is the market, and if the market says it's $200 and you have it for 80 and you want to move it, if you can sell it, there ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. I was talking to Coach Easy, and he was just like, right now, like cash flow is king. So like that's just kind of how I was feeling. And yeah, and I agree with you. Like I don't know, I've never, and I don't have the platform you have, Bronze, yet. So I mean, I know you take a little more public criticism than me. I kind of enjoy it sometimes, but I know like as it gets bigger and I get more, it may get old eventually. So I don't know. It's just been a little bit different just to get direct DMs on eBay so much this week. So I just have to kind of like sit back and like, hey, I'm literally trying to give you the box at the market price. Leave me alone. But Coach Easy was talking a lot about cash flow. So I think you guys both are in a good spot as far as like what cards have been doing. Teal so you're feeling a little slower. Do you think it's because of the inventory you have, or what do you think? What do you think's happening?
Yeah, I mean, I know the content part has really taken me. Like, I've been so wrapped up in trying to figure that stuff out. Like, doing the lighting, making those little videos that I've been making, just having fun with DaVinci and editing. That I find myself like, where the fuck did the day go?
Yeah,
and I haven't listed anything, and I'm working on content so that 2 people can watch it. But it's like, I don't know. I haven't been that invigorated by something, in a while. So, and usually when I get into something like that, I go all in, and I get really hot about it. So that's kind of where I'm at. And I think that coupled with so my attention on content with the slowdown, and then, I have a lot of Pokemon and a lot of like, higher end stuff and a lot of sealed stuff. And I could sell it to raise money, but I think this is probably the worst time to sell anything right now.
Yeah.
So that's kind of all paralyzed. So I think those 3 things have kind of just sunk me a little bit, and I'll just have to get through. Hopefully, I'll get the Jumpstart. I'll do some other stuff, and hopefully, the Hobbit. I don't know. I don't have any exposure to Hobbit either. So it's going to be a dry couple months for me, but that's okay. I've been doing this for 4 years, and I've been through some downtime, so I'll be fine, and I'll get juiced up again. What's going to come too is the sifter. So I figure September the sifter comes. I have tons of bulk, tons of stuff that I have to go through. So I'm going to devote myself to going through all that, extracting the money, and then seeing where Pokemon is. after that. So that's kind of my strategy going forward. And then hopefully the content helps, I don't know. But
It will. It's just something you gotta just really, you can't give up on. I mean, I would be lying if I've still, even though I've had some small amount of success with it, when I see, my friends like Phantom or other guys, and they're doing like, 2,000 or 3,000 views a video, and they're like just popping off. And, I have one that goes, maybe 900 to 1,000 here and there, but as of late, it's just been a solid 300, 400, 600. And I have to keep reminding myself that is like a whole nother percentile than the people that have 200 or less or 100 and less. So it's like anything else. It's like you got up to 50 subscribers, and that's great, but that was a fleeting moment because now you're worried about only getting 2 or 3 views on a video, when in actuality, most people who start don't even get to 50. So it's just keeping that in perspective and just keeping it moving. And if the video doesn't do well, it's not that it was a bad video. It just might not be right for the audience. So then you just pivot and swerve, and eventually you'll find a little niche or find something that works. And then you just get all the subscribers one day from 1 or 2 videos, and then that's it.
Yeah, I hope so. I really enjoyed your last video that you did, the make more content. I think I put it in your comments. Like it really got me motivated to do videos. Yeah. And then I did two. I did actually a react. I did a react to a Pokemon theft, and it was going really well. And then I looked and I played it back, and the audio was half on the desktop. So like you could barely hear it. So I had to bin it. But
yeah.
Why did you just boost it?
I tried, but all the audio was together. I didn't have it on 2 tracks. So it would boost me. I could go through and like segment it, but I felt like that would. So I'm just gonna shoot it again tomorrow, and then
did you try not doing that? What you did?
Yeah.
Like instead of doing what you did, just not do what you did, and then you'll be better off.
I promise your next take will be better though.
Yeah. It was good.
I was just joking around. I was just saying, like, if you tried not doing the thing that messed you up.
Yeah. Bron's like, have you tried not messing up?
Just don't crash into that car in front of you, bro. What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
But it was good. I enjoyed it. I watched it, and I thought it was better than, because I kind of stole. I mean, it's everybody does react stuff. So, but I figure like I don't have a lot of like technical knowledge. I don't have a lot of the thing I have is like I can make fun of stuff, and I can like kind of make humor out of things. Yeah. And that's like my only strong suit. Because like what Rob just did there, I can't do that. I can't do what he did. You know what I mean? It makes my head hurt.
Yeah.
The number of times I've not hit the record button and not activate, like I have one of those like Rode mics, like one of these. The number of times I've only turned one of them on and not the other. The number of times and I would go to edit it, and then it's just not there. I mean, I get pissed. I'm like mad, and it's like, fuck, and then I have to go do it again. And then half the time, the second time is better because I'm not even worried about it. Nah, man, it's just stupid.
You know, when they take off in an airplane, they have these checklists.
Oh, God.
I'm going to be making one.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea.
Yeah, we were actually just talking about, me and some of my friends at work, we were just kind of talking about like the numbers thing. I'm like, most people can't do that on the fly like I can, in a way. Like I deal with that kind of stuff all the time, but I kind of make up the way I do it. Like I don't really have a good order of operations for things, so I can definitely make easy mistakes. So we're talking about like because I make simple mistakes sometimes. I would be the worst pilot in the world, because they'd be like, "Hey, did you check this?" Like, no, I'm just winging it, I'm just fucking flying, I just fucking fly.
There was, I watched, there's a YouTube channel I watch. He's a real British Airways pilot, and he does Microsoft Simulator, and he's landing the Concorde for an audience of like 1,000 people. And you see in the chat, they're like, put down your landing gear. And this dude is 50 feet, and he's a real pilot, like a 737 pilot. And they're like, and then he realizes, he's like, oh shit, my landing gear is not down. And he hits the engines and goes, but he almost killed everybody. He's a real pilot. It was wild, but it's simulated.
You know what?
Of course.
I just took your advice and I made a list. This is the podcast checklist.
There we go.
The first one is love Rob.
Love Rob. Love it.
Done. Second is love Teal.
Love on me.
Boom. List done. Productivity, baby.
What about a knock?
Oh yeah.
Plug it. Well, Anox got some juice coming. Maybe we don't.
Love
Maybe we keep our distance.
Anox.
Yeah, I almost made a dad joke. I was like, don't get on the podcast. You may get us sick.
Love Anox juice. Check.
Ooh, Anox juice.
Yeah.
What do you think that is? It's probably papaya, right? I would imagine. Okay, this is terrible. Let's not go there.
juice. It sounds like a dragon.
I need.
You guys were asking what dragons taste like last week or the week. I can't remember if that was last week or the week before.
And that was some bullshit too. I went back and watched that one about you guys wanted an alligator. You were more afraid of an a dragon-sized alligator than an alligator dragon.
No, I was more afraid of a dragon-sized alligator.
Yeah, why? The fire thing. The fire will burn you. It will destroy you. You try to hide
that's
it.
the point. Alligators can't spit fire. So if you have a dragon-sized alligator, it's just this big, giant alligator with wings.
What, like a lighter? What comes out of the alligator?
It'd be like nothing. It's an alligator. It's just a dragon. It's just an alligator the size of a dragon,
which is like a T-Rex.
Yeah.
Versus Spyro the Dragon.
A dragon that's like way more mobile that can spit fire. It's basically just.
I thought it was a little mini dragon that could just come and char your butt.
Yeah, I was thinking it was like Spyro the Dragon versus like basically a T-Rex was my.
There's the tried and true. You know, there's like what are you more afraid of, a horse-sized chicken or a chicken-sized horse?
Yeah.
I would go with the huge chicken because that would be terrifying. Horrible.
Yeah, the chicken wouldn't even know what to do with that strength. What if it's like an ant?
It would learn from other chickens.
Yeah,
crazy.
Yeah, and like if its brain was bigger, it'd be like, wait, people are doing this to chickens?
You know what I learned about chickens the other day is they don't take baths. They douse themselves in dirt to get rid of all the bugs on them. They take dirt baths.
Nice.
Yeah,
chickens are kind of gross.
As the late great Colonel Sanders once said, I'm too drunk to taste this chicken.
Yeah, I honestly, I'm still kind of scarred from feeding the chickens Arby's. I had that story in my brain, so I couldn't even laugh at your joke. I fed chickens at my grandparents a chicken nugget from Arby's one time. No. I had like a leftover piece of chicken. I just threw it in there.
They ate it?
Oh yeah, they chickens will, if there's too many chickens in a pen, they will eat one of them. Chickens are ruthless.
Cannibalism is a social construct, man. If you're in the wild and you need to eat, you're going to eat a human if you have to.
Yeah, chickens are really gross.
You know, in Miami we have roosters that run around like crazy. And one time I was eating Arby's chicken tenders out in the wild, and the rooster came up to my door and was like looking at me as I'm eating this chicken, and I'm looking like this, and I'm like, what do you want, bro? You know, you want some of this? Is that your bro? Is this your homie that I'm eating? I mean, what's...
It's funny that we both have the story with Arby's. Is that...
Yeah, you can tell if it was like, if it wants some of it, or if it wants to kill you for having it.
Honestly, it made me not want to eat chicken for a long time.
Well, that's more of an Arby's thing, because Arby's gross. Yeah.
Arby's is kind of disgusting.
You have $50,000 worth of collector boxes behind you, and you're eating at Arby's, you gross fuck.
But sometimes Arby's slaps. If you have the right Arby's.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is quite a... We didn't even talk about that. That is quite a backdrop. Is that a green screen?
I mean, my new... No.
Is that a GS?
Spot. This is... do you want to see... this is Cochise from the Cochise pickup.
Oh, special edition. Crack it. Let's go. Moist critical that shit.
Yeah. Yeah, and then I got a couple more Final Fantasy to fill that out, but yeah. Yeah, and then I got the Tempest are the only old things I have, and then I got some random Pokemon stuff.
I see that. That legitimizes you as a Magic lover.
The
Tempest is so good.
Yeah, someone offered me for one of the booster boxes 3,500 I didn't bring it to the card show, but we were just kind of talking, and I just told them what I had, and I honestly thought they were going for a lot more. But if you look at low offer on eBay, you can't really get one that cheap. But someone did sell one on eBay for 3,500, and so that's what he was going off of. And I was like, you're not getting one for me for less than $5 though. So it's maybe just not time to sell.
That's the crazy thing about some of those older Magic sets, because you have sets like Urza's Saga, where it's you can easily hit cards in there that is worth the opening the box.
Yeah,
like Tempest. There's a lot of good cards in Tempest, but I can't think of anything that would even come close to $3,500. I mean,
yeah, but just think of how many Tempest
Wasteland is in
boxes
there?
sealed there are, though. That like there's just not that many
yeah.
sealed Tempest boxes out. Like
They just don't
more of a
move
skill
that
collector.
well. I put, I have some vintage Magic boxes and I put it in the collector, and it never moves. There's never an update, so it's hard to. That stuff's not very liquid for sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we got some. This is the OG heavy.
Let's open that.
Yeah,
How many treasures you got?
I got this for a good deal. But I got that 2022. 2022. Nice. Yeah, I wish I got more in 2022, but that's when I started the. Well, I mean, honestly, I have all this because of what I was doing in 2022, so I can't really complain. But I did a little collecting, and then that's when I sort of started the Magic strategy.
Yeah.
Magic.
That's why, like, I mean, Pokemon's a little different, but that's why I never got too big into like holding lots of sealed product, because I think we talked about it a little last week, but with just like how liquid some of these things are when it gets to that point, like those Tempest boxes, like I don't know. I'd rather just have the money right then and there to be able to do more stuff with. I get maybe having like some niche things or whatever, but I don't know if I'd ever want to be in the spot where I am. I mean, Rudy can do it because he's rich as hell and whatever, but like, I don't know if I'm ever going to be in the spot where I could hold on to that much stuff. Yeah, I would constantly be thinking about all the things I could be doing with it and making it work.
I will say the Tempest took a huge, like the Tempest did hurt me a lot. And I mostly did it for a circumstantial thing. It was like a friend reached out to me and needed liquidity, and I got it for like, I thought like what was a fair deal, decently under market, but at the same time, I took that cutout because of how illiquid it was, but at the same time, I don't remember exactly what I paid. Call it 5,000 for the 3. I think it was a little more. I think it was more like 6. But basically, I could have bought at the time another 5 Final Fantasy boxes, because like I was getting those like $600 or $700 and flip those for basically a grand. So it's like it definitely did hurt my business to do that. But I don't think it's very often you get like secured Tempest boxes at below market where I'm like like it'll be fine, but you're right. Like I was actually going to mention, I've kind of hit, so like so the strategy I've kind of done is like I use like RNG Discord, I use Kitchen Table Discord, and like what I would do is buy just as many collectors as I can, and typically I have to buy a lot of play boxes alongside it. And so I've been opening kind of play boxes as sets go. I've been selling those like singles on eBay or like selling for friends, stuff like that. But my backlog of play boxes has crippled my cash flow basically. And I'm kind of at the point now where I'm like a little leveraged, where like I've used all my like PayPal credit, like all my free cash, and I'm just kind of looking at it like, oh, I kind of need to like reset this for a bit. So I actually decided to skip Reality Fracture, even though I think it's a good set and I think I would make money right away. But I'm kind of having to go back in time and sell the play boxes. The inventory has improved drastically in value. So like the strategies worked because basically up front, I get to write off losses in the business, and I get to hold inventory that appreciates in value. And then I slowly kind of sell collector boxes as things go on. As when Bloomburrow hit, I think I started with like 4 cases of Bloomburrow. And when Bloomburrow collectors hit like $400, I sold 1 case. When they hit, $600, I sold a case. And then we hit, $800, I sold another case. So like, that's a good example. I still have like 10 boxes of Bloomburrow left. So that's kind of like what I try to do. So like that's like perfect scenario, but it hasn't worked because Avatar was so slow. There were so many other sets that were slow. So I'm just kind of in a spot where I kind of want to get back to the basics. I want to do more content. I want to get my eBay in order. Like I kind of got over my head on eBay because I did like a 2K. Like I bought 4 cases of Foundation. Like when they did the reprint. And yeah, like I got the good EV out of it, but I kind of messed up a lot of my foil uncommon listings on my eBay, and like everything just got messed up. So I was just doing things too fast. So I'm kind of using the slowdown to kind of get back to the basics and kind of recoup that cash flow.
I find it interesting that you would want to skip Reality Fracture. I feel like that set's going to be. I feel like the few sets that have come out, all the time spiral stuff, like they've all been bonkers.
Yeah,
and especially that they're doing like, they're doing the OG Planeswalker flips and stuff like that. That makes me kind of, I know you can't do everything necessarily, but like I really didn't care skipping on the Hobbit. Although that was you probably put the Hobbit and Reality Fracture in the same category as things to skip.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think Reality Fracture is going to be pretty bonkers. I'm not too worried about doing anything on the opening week. I think, I don't know, maybe it was you, Teal, or someone else, where you kind of got me off of worrying a lot about getting all the new stuff right away just because of how fast they can tank. Obviously, the eBay stuff you can take advantage of, but
well, I'm gonna buy the Hobbit singles. That is gonna be so opened. Those cards are going to hit the market. Everything's going to crash. Yeah, I think it's going to be a tremendous. I'm going to buy a lot of single cards on TCG Player.
I think I'm going to target. I don't do a lot of like single buying, but I'm definitely going to get a couple of the Surge Delighted Halflings.
Yeah, all that stuff is going to drop because people are going to want to recoup the money for those expensive ass boxes. After they didn't hit the chase cards, and there's just going to be so many cards on the market. It's just going to be a feeding frenzy.
Yeah, so. It looks like I was a little bit wrong on the Smaug card. The largest what do you call it? Bounty I've seen is 25K for it. So I was saying I was saying under 20 last week. Basically, blindly buy it if you have that laying around. I know not everyone has that laying around, but I think under 20 is still a good buy. But I think I don't know. I'm probably walking back the 100K. I think it's probably more like a 50K card.
Well, I think whoever the guy was that bought the one at the Gen Con, I think that guy got it for a steal at 25.
Yeah.
100K is definitely a lot, but like, I could see in the moment pulling it and be like, holy shit, $25,000. Yes, please. But I mean, he could have easily just waited, paid $1,000 to get it graded or something crazy and like, done a lot better. But for however much a pack is for $100 and then turn it into 25 grand right away. I mean, it's hard to turn that down. So I don't blame them, but
yeah,
I'm trying to be a little more conscious of that. Cause when you guys talk about buying singles and stuff, it's like, I want to buy singles, but I'm not in the position where I can be spending a lot of money doing that. And the amount of time you have to hold on to the singles for them to even get to the point where you can make money on it. I think that's why I've always just been so, had such a hard on for just like the turn and burn. I think that's why I just love direct and even the old school Rob ways of doing it. And it's like, I know I could probably make more money if I was a little more analytical about, putting certain cards other places, but knowing that I can spend X dollars, put it on direct, blow it all out, get my 20% and go again. I just, at least right now, I prefer doing it that way. And, but it's interesting to hear how everyone else does it and takes their specs on things. And
I was operating on the assumption that I'm going to be here in 6 months. That's why I kind of do that, or I kind of buy stuff and hold it. I know I'm going to be here, right? Until this last couple weeks where I'm like, shit, maybe I'm not going to be here. Maybe this is it for me. So, but I mean, but what you're saying, Bronze, definitely that's your bedrock. But I like to have little T-Rex arms and other things and just try to find little places to make some money, make some margin.
But yeah, I mean, you run into it's a little different calculation, but like the nice thing about doing that is you're eventually going to run into a point where you're not going to be able to open enough cases to continue what you're doing, and you're going to have. And then maybe this will be you in a year, maybe it'd be 6 months, maybe 2 years. I don't know. But there'll be a time where there's 5 to 10K extra in your account. And you're just like, I think this card's a good buy. That's like the reason to do it. you're definitely going to be there. But like I was walking around the card show I felt really sad selling it this week. I honestly forgot I had it listed. But I sold my Serialized. I think it was a drowning. I'm really sad about it. I forgot the name.
Was it the Overgrown Tomb?
Overgrown Tomb. Yeah. My Serialized Overgrown Tomb sold. I paid $1,200 for it at a card show. I took it to the card show that I did with me for $2,000. And someone went through and bought every one of them this week. And but it's like I literally thought about that for 5 minutes. It's like what's in, and it literally took me 3 minutes to pack it and a minute to print out the label. It took me 3 minutes at the card show, and I got to make a video about it, and I'm going to get to make another video about selling it. So there's a lot of like upside to it, but at the same time, I know for a freaking fact in 6 months that card's going to sell for 4,000, and I'm going to be pissed. Yeah. So, you
guys are right. I definitely think it's a little bit of a grass is greener kind of situation, because I wasn't like bummed or anything, but I was thinking about it today, and I was like, I wish I had more money or whatever. But then when I sat down and thought about it, it's like, I've got $2,000 to $3,000 in my account right now. I've got $3,000, probably the most I've ever had pending in TCG Player in one shot. I can take care of all the leveraging that I have in one shot. I've got, all the singles and stuff that I do for Pokemon. I just put them in master set binders until whatever. So if I had to, I could probably get $5,000 to $10,000 and just the stuff that's behind me. But so maybe that's a little bit like in a way like the Magic stuff you're talking about, like, but in a Pokemon sense. But yeah. I know that one day that $3,000 will turn into 6, then it'll turn into 8 and turn into 12. But it's like, I want that now. But also I know that when it happens, there's going to be something else that I'm going to be like, I want that now. So it's like very much trying to like just live in the moment and trying to just enjoy the process of getting there. So that way it means more. And I'm not trying to, because I don't know, you guys know, it's like constantly chasing waterfalls. It's like an unquenchable thirst.
Go chasing waterfalls. Sorry. Sorry.
Yeah. I mean, it's to Teal's point too. I mean, it's like at the same time, it's like once like Teal does, and then maybe Dallas? I'll get better. Yeah.
San Antonio.
The content, like after you do content for a year, like say you just like had someone do all the content for you or something, and a year from now you're not going to learn anything and you're still not going to be good at making content. But I guarantee if you make 50 kind of normal videos that get a little better each time, after your 20th video, your first video is going to look really bad. After your 50th video, your 20th video is going to look really bad. So that's the most like, as someone that has all the video ideas in the world and starts them and never finishes them, that's the really bad take by me, but that's like the good advice that I would give that I can't give myself sometimes. so, but yeah, it's the exact same thing.
It's true.
Yeah. I like it.
Yeah, I'll keep going. I know I'm a little down on myself right now, but I'll keep going with the content, and I'll keep selling this cardboard. I got an RI right here that I'm working on.
Next podcast, I'm gonna use this instead of my webcam. I couldn't get this figured out today. That's why I was late.
How many cards is the RI, Teal?
14 pages.
Wow.
I don't know how.
I think you just beat me out. I just got my largest one a couple days ago, and it was like almost 1,300.
Wait. We literally just did an intro that you're complaining about things being slow. That sounds like you're
878 cards.
How much was that payout?
Not much.
No,
I think like 500.
Yeah, but that's the thing with direct. I mean, like right now, my last RI was last Wednesday, and between now and then, it's back up to it's like 700 cards, and it's like $500. But it's all.
Did you get your discrepancy report the other day?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the average I sell price on direct is 66 cents. That's my average.
Yeah, mine was price. A little lower because I have so much Pokemon on there. I have a lot of Pokemon. I actually went back to listing everything for Pokemon, and the amount of Pokemon that I've sold. This last RI was the one I sent was almost 1,050 cards, and of those 1,050 cards, 700 of them were Pokemon.
That's awesome.
And it was just a bunch of reverse hollows. I would say of those 700 cards, 500 were probably reverse hollows and hollows, and 200 were regular copies of God knows what. But in my mind, I'm thinking like I spend, I pay, $15 per 1,000 for Pokemon bulk. So it's like for 700 cards, I paid a cent for. So that's $7.
Yeah.
And, I got 20 cents a card for them, which is, double.
Do you
I
ever
got
have a
4 pages of
problem?
Pokemon. Go ahead, Rob.
Nice.
Do you ever have a problem? That's all I was gonna say. Do you have a problem?
Oh yeah.
Do you have a problem?
What's up, bro?
No, I was gonna. My question, just a quick question. I think I've maybe heard this clarified before, but do you run into a lot of issues buying Pokemon bulk where people don't separate things, or are you kind of just like, I want to do $15 per 1,000 no matter what it is?
I created a third category. Usually when people buy bulk for Pokemon, it's commons and uncommons have a rate. Reverse hollows have a rate. Hollow rares have a rate. I do commons and uncommons have a rate. Reverse hollows and hollows are all in the same category for a flat whatever. And then if you don't separate it, then I'm buying it for the common uncommon rate. So
do people do that a lot?
50-50. A lot of people they'll start sorting it. They're like, okay, I'll start sorting it. And then like a few days later, they're like, fuck this. I don't want to do this. So in those situations, you make more, but it's like, I always like to give the options like, hey, I know this takes a lot of time, but I can pay you more if I know what I'm getting, because these are obviously going to be the faster moving things. So if you want to do the work, I have no problem giving you the money. If you don't want to do the work, then 15 1,000, baby. And it happens. I haven't been looking that much just because I've been doing so many mass openings, but I'm actually going to go pick up some this Saturday. Probably a good 6 to 8, maybe 10,000 cards. A lot of newer stuff. I don't know. Pokemon's my thing, man. It's easy.
Yeah,
easy peasy.
I get so jealous watching because the whole reason, I don't know, like I just got so laser focused on, I didn't even like Magic that much. I just got laser focused on it, and and because I was just like, this is like undervalued, because this is collectible. There's not a lot of people that are doing this, and then more people are gonna do this, and like Pokemon just felt too easy, and I've never been more wrong. But
Dude, you need that.
I'm just imagining you hate opening packs. It's fucking Magic. Stupid Final Fantasy, dumb cold chocobo.
Yeah, you should wear that shirt into the LGS. I don't even like Magic that much.
Yeah, well, it was like it's like my friends were giving me a hard time because like they watched the podcast and they were like, how much have you put into Magic and you don't even know the difference in the stones that recently came out? And I was like, oh, well, fuck that.
I think you said the kidney stone. I wasn't.
Yeah. God. I think I just mixed up.
Kidney stone is just a 2,000-year-old Thanos hand on his hip, bent over,
causes you extreme lower abdominal pain.
Yeah. I'm just waiting for another Fallout set. Fallout was my baby.
Oh, it's coming. It's coming.
Yeah, they'll do like a New Vegas or some kind of
this is my friend
thing. How much are those? Like, I know are those expensive? Like the actual Fallout.
These bobbleheads or the Fallout boxes?
No, the bobbleheads. I always wanted to get a set of 10 or 20 or whatever.
I don't know if this one's legitimate or because it has like a defective hat. I think this is a knockoff 3D printed version, but yeah, I spent like $15 for this.
I always wanted to get a full stand, like, because with Fallout 3, there's 20 bobbleheads.
Yeah.
I always wanted to get the stick because, and when you're building your house, you have the stand that you can build or buy. I always wanted to get a stand that had all 20 bobbleheads on it. That would be sick.
Yeah, I can't sit in here. I get too distracted.
Open it.
Yeah. I sold one of my cards graded really bad, so I don't have all the serialized bobbleheads right now. I'm missing one. I'm not gonna say which one because people keep sniping me because I'm such an influencer now.
I'm gonna guess it's luck.
No, I had 2 lucks. I pulled 2 lucks actually. That's what.
How lucky.
Yeah, exactly. But actually, I think that is the most that I like Magic. I got a Fallout box from the LGS, and the first pack was a luck serialized bobblehead. It's fucking stupid. And then everyone in Rob's RNG Games Discord told me not to open the rest of the packs and just put them in my closet, and I didn't listen to that.
And you weren't as lucky?
I was not as lucky, but when you get a serialized card in the first pack, though, you could just be like, "Oops, all serialized cards." You know, it's like, what if they screwed up this box?
There's a term for that. It's called the gambler's fallacy.
Yeah.
I hit once, so I gotta hit again.
Tables are hot.
Yeah. We had a situation in our private Discord where someone hit a god pack and then continued to open the case. And I was like, dude, what are you doing? Like I know like they're not supposed to.
That's weird that he did.
Yeah, exactly. But if it were me though, I'd just be like, I kind of know this case is completely dead. Like, you know what I mean? I mean, buy loose boxes for me. They're very legit. It's fine.
Did you open any Palworld? Did you open any of it? You haven't opened one box.
No.
Gotta try your luck at least on one.
Dude, those cards do not look good. They look crap. They do not look good. The special cards don't look good. The art is just in-game art, and I hope you make more on it, Rob, but I will not be buying any. I feel like of all the games that have come out, Palworld's one that is so it's not even been out for a couple weeks, and I feel like investing is already ruining the game because there hasn't even been a chance for it to be successful playing the game.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a big issue. Big issue.
Yeah. And I'm honestly like I was confident at $55 a box or like $45 a box. Like I was just like, I think people are gonna want this, was my whole thesis. People did. And I'm not in a position to give myself extra work to like want to open stuff and like I was just kind of joking about like in a way like the optimal way to like open cases and set aside packs, and it's in a way because it's like I don't think I'm ever going to be that person that is just like I want to just open all of this, and especially if it's something like I'm not that passionate about. I'm just kind of like, hey, I was right about this. I'm just going to sell the boxes. I may I've already doubled the money, and I have 2 cases left. So I may, hold a case and just sort of see what happens. But the more I think about it, I'm probably just going to get rid of most of it by the end of the weekend.
Of what?
The Palworld boxes.
Oh yeah.
I'll
get rid of it all now.
I've sold
maybe just hold on to one, just to say. But there's people out there saying, well, Pokemon base set boxes are like 250 grand now or whatever. So, tell me why Palworld can't be the same. And it's like, brother, there's been 30 years of people opening packs. Like Palworld started with nobody wanting to open it because of that. And there's a big difference between the two. Yeah. So if you start off investor brained and no one opens it, it's not going to have the same premium 30 years from now because so many people are going to have it.
Yeah, where my head is, I want to take, the Palworld's hot. I'm going to take the profit from that, and I want to buy Pokemon cards that are down at least 30% the last couple months. That's like what I'm looking at. It
might not be a bad idea, and I've even thought about doing this is buying like $1 to $5 illustration rares from like ME1, ME2, ME3. Because once Scarlet and Violet rotated, and a lot of these illustration rares that were $1, $2, $5, they're now $5, $10, $12. And there's a lot of like $1 to $3 illustration rares, and
I've been doing that. I've been buying IRs, SIRs, cheap ones, wherever I can find them. I'll buy them and put them away. It's not a bad idea.
Are you doing it to sell on eBay, Teal, long term, or like grade?
Yeah, eventually. Eventually, I don't know. I have a ton of them. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. But that's kind of like we were talking about, I don't pay myself doing this, but I pay myself with keeping large amounts of, quality stuff that I can just sit on and hopefully it appreciates. That's kind of my paycheck,
It's nice. It's nice having that. I think I've said this before, but it's like I treat everything back there as in case of emergency. Right, it's like I don't have to get rid of it right now, so I get to enjoy it.
Right.
I get to look through it. The one thing I really don't want to do is sell anything out of master sets because I really like master set collecting. But I mean, I know there's probably $10,000 worth of singles that I should probably just go in there and sell right now. But like the collector in me is never going to die, so I figure if I just do that and I don't buy any of the big stuff. Was my birthday today, so I spent like more money. I usually give myself 20 a week. I did 100 today. I just went to a LGS. It's like, I'm paying cash. Give me 10% off. And they said, okay. So I just went through and just knocked out $100 worth of illustration rares for the binders. Beautiful. But like the big stuff, I'm never going to buy because the big stuff's always going to be expensive. So there's no point in investing all that money into it now when I can get it at any point and maybe just spend an extra $40 or something. You know, the inexpensive stuff is always going to be inexpensive until it's not.
But I like your style with the because I love looking at the cards. I love the art. I love seeing them all in a binder. It just brings me a lot of joy. Like I'm collecting legends. I think I told you guys way back in our first couple of podcasts. It's just something that I like. Those boxes back there are pretty. They're beautiful, but I don't know. It's I wish I have boxes, not like anything like that, but I don't know. I would rather have it. Like I always tell people I'm in the single selling business, not in the sealed business, and I got to get the stuff out of the packs. But I just love art, and that's why I'm into this so much. It's just it's being surrounded by these I don't know. It just gets me. I don't know why, but
your art is the prettiest art of all.
The Office.
And I don't know why. When you said surrounded, I was like,
you are surrounded.
Guess what you can do in the bookcase behind me?
You can build like a fort.
There's a bed
Those
inside
turn
of there.
out? Is there really?
Yeah.
You could like conceive a child on collector boxes. That's crazy, bro.
That's sweet.
That's really crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, when I bought this house, that was the first thing I had built.
Is that a waterbed in there? What's in there?
I got a waterbed in there. It's perfect for the no, it's just a little pull down twin. It barely fits in here. This is like the smallest.
I miss
room.
waterbeds. Do you guys know anybody that has a waterbed anymore?
My grandparents had one.
I have one every day I wake up in the morning. Because I pissed myself. No,
brought to you by Depends. Adult diapers.
We got that. We got there.
But I love waterbeds. Like waterbeds as a start are awesome because you start in the middle, but then over time you somehow gravitate towards the side of it, and then you get pinned between the wood frame and the waterbed.
Yeah, I've never slept in one.
It just never works out. It's like a futon. It gets less comfortable over time. Like futons always start awesome, but then you wake up like you were in a traffic accident.
I had a pseudo waterbed. I had one that instead of being a hole, it was like tubes. It was like 7 individual water tubes. So like, and it still had like a over.
Could you heat the tubes?
No, but it was like tubes that were inside a thing, and then a mattress like went over it, so it just like made it softer. But then like one of them burst, and I didn't realize it, and then I just started smelling mildew one day, and it was like a pain in the ass to clean, and I was like, nope, never again.
Some moldy ass. Yeah, that sounds terrible. It's not something you think about.
And of course, it happened at like 9 o'clock at night. So it was like I had to do it. I had to clean it right then and there. So it was miserable.
Yeah, I feel like there's got to be a reason that those aren't popular anymore.
Waterbeds?
Yeah,
because you can't do it on them.
It's like you're in the ocean.
Yeah, one false move, you're going to drive your knee through it, and you're going to be all wet. And it's no good.
I like to run with scissors in my bedroom.
Yeah,
it never ends well for the waterbed.
Yeah, whenever I go to bed, I go to bed like how Drax goes and flies through the air with his daggers. So that'd be bad.
Night. Fuck, there's another waterbed.
Yeah, I fall asleep on the couch too often, and then like have to find my way to the bed like half asleep. I feel like a waterbed that would not work. I feel like I would just like fall and like bounce off of it and just like sleep on the floor.
Well, I mean, it kind of envelops you. It's a thing. Yeah. But you can't, if you like move in your sleep, you're screwed. You have to stay perfectly still on the waterbed.
Yeah.
And then if you get another person next to you and they like, you go up.
Oh God.
And then it's a whole thing.
Yeah. Lots of physics involved.
Damn. All right. One last segment before we call it. We got to go back to our Smash or Pass. And I was going to try to think of, always Miss Bubbleflower is up for debate. Is there any other categories you guys are looking for? I sort of like, there hasn't been any like huge Magic reprints lately. The last one that someone mentioned, which I think is hilarious because I actually like, I didn't want to sell this at all. I have a stash of Lord of the Ring commander cases, commander decks. And I was like, hey, I'll cut a few bucks off market value. And but I think they're going to go up another 25% easily. and I heard, oh no, there's like a reprint. The market's about to crash. I looked at the chart. It's literally just nothing's happened. It's just continued to go up. So I don't know. I would look out for something like that, but I think the commander deck thing that we talked about would be my hard smash. So Lord of the Ring commander decks.
I bought those. I bought like from Manon or one of them. He had a bunch for sale. I think I bought 3 displays worth.
Yeah, at like 160 or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, those are 320 now.
Oh, that's good.
I would say a smash for Pokemon would be Destined Rivals. There's a reprint for Destined Rivals that's coming. And ETBs have already dropped from like 180 to 130. Probably going to go lower. I think a few people have said they think they could go as low as 100. So,
yeah,
you know, I've been trying to like, my goal is to try to get like 1 case worth of Prismatic and 1 case worth of Ascended, because I just can't do a lot, but it'd be cool to have those because they're like so sought after. So if Destin got that low, I would probably try to get a case or 2 and just let them.
Case of ETBs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're doing booster boxes too. I mean, I know booster boxes technically hold value better, but I don't know. That's just available capital at this point. If I had the money, I'd probably buy booster boxes, but I'd rather have 10 ETBs versus 1 booster box.
Yeah, people seem to love the ETBs.
Yeah,
I like them both, but I
Target came out with these things. It's
the Destined Rivals ETBs. I have one on the top shelf.
Even when they did Surging Sparks, did they do a booster box?
Yeah,
or was it all just? Oh, they did reprint
Surging
that.
Surging Sparks. They Ascended. No.
Well, there's no booster.
These things are from Target. They're like $12 cereal containers, and they fit ETBs perfectly.
Oh,
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Destined Rivals ETB is sick though. It's like the red Mewtwo behind me. And then that's actually a Surging Sparks booster box right there.
Yeah.
But pretty cool.
I wish I would have bought more in the 151, but this is how dumb I am. I learned that 151 didn't have a booster box, and I was just like, what the heck is like that doesn't make any sense. And like this was like right after like Pokemon was still in the dump at that point, and I was just like, well, if I can't, I don't like what am I gonna buy if I can't buy booster boxes? I don't want to get like a bunch of card sleeve holders is like what I thought of.
They don't miss on specialty sets, man. I mean, every specialty set for the last 3 years has been, Crown Zenith, banger. 151, banger. Paldean Fates, banger. Prismatic Evolutions, ridiculous. Ascended Heroes, crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Prismatic's got a ton of room because like the chase card in Prismatic is to me better than the Mewtwo. I think the Umbreon's better than the Mewtwo.
Maybe. I can see a universe where that is, but I don't know. I think a lot of the Pikachu arts are overrated. I still the Trikachu from Ascended. I don't know how that thing is expensive as it is. That thing sucks.
I mean that's all in like 40%.
Taking a shit. So, huh?
Yeah, I mean that thing was like what $4,000 in a PSA 10, and it's like 2 now, 1,500 or something. I don't know.
There's a lot of cards we're retracing a lot, but we'll see.
Yeah, I like that. I think Pokemon exposure in any kind right now is good. Just with I think the summer slowdowns hit Pokemon more than anything. Teal, what do you think?
Well, I mean, school starts down here in South Florida. School starts next week, so people are going to start going back to school. They're going to start hopefully going back into the LGSs and getting this summer slowdown over. So I know up north it happens a lot later, but I'm looking forward to that. But what would I buy? Smash? I mean, like I said, just buy the singles that are going to be, Pokemon singles that are down, the Hobbit singles that are going to come out that you're going to need, like staples and stuff for commander decks. And, because they keep saying they might reprint the Hobbit. They might, but I don't know. We still have we had a meaningful Edge of Eternity's reprint? Have we had a meaningful has anything really been reprinted Magic wise? So I mean they probably will put this in a priority to especially going into the holiday season, but I think you're fine if you buy these singles at the lowest they're going to be here in another week. So that's kind of where I'm going to put my money and see where we are in 6 months.
Yeah, not to steal your exact strategy, but I've looked at TCG Player and I've kind of done it a little bit different. Like, I've timed it differently. I feel like you're better at that than I am. Do you typically kind of wait almost like a week? Like, is that sort of like where you sort of see things like
As
finish
soon-
bottoming out, or is it just like right away?
Like Monday or Tuesday, sometimes even Sunday. I'll try to find a seller that has free shipping over 5, and then I'll buy like, you know, $40 or $50 worth of singles, try to get him to send it tracked, and then you know, it's that's usually how I work, you know. And there's some people that it's a race to the bottom. They don't even give a shit. I don't know what they're looking at, but they just put stuff so insanely cheap. And you can usually find, you know, I usually start with a staple, and then I'll go to a seller that has the free shipping and they have a lot of cards, and then I'll build a cart and go from there.
Yeah, because it is hard to find like say I want to target, you know, halfling, delighted halfling. Not a lot of people are going to have more than like 4 or 5 of those, you know.
Maybe though. I mean,
But
the
we'll
way
see.
people are opening this stuff, it's wild, you know.
Yeah, so I'll have to keep my eyes out. Luckily on eBay I have my my store wholesale cert, so I don't have to pay sales tax, but I do have to be a little more careful with TCG Player just because I gotta shell out quite a bit for sales tax. But
yeah, for sure.
But,
and then too, just having a bunch of singles, like it always, you know, puts eyes on your store. It keeps you relevant. You know, a lot of like I have like I put duels and stuff on my eBay store that I don't want to sell, so I'll set them a little bit higher. But you'd be surprised how many views,
impressions they get.
Yeah, I have 2 dual lands up, and it's great. It has like, you know, 38 watchers and you know, 500 views or whatever. So I figure it kind of, I always put like high end cards that I have no intention of selling, and I put them on eBay to kind of, you know, kind of like a moth to a flame, you know.
That's smart.
Something else.
That's smart. Yeah, they look at maybe they'll look at your store.
Yeah.
Grab something else. Yeah.
You never know.
Wise words. You made it to the end. You always get the free wisdom. We'll see if our viewers and subs figure out that strategy. Hopefully not. That, you know, people listen to the whole thing and don't just bounce to the end and get all you know, Teal's, Anox, and Bronze's store wisdom. So
yeah, we need a knockback for sure. Hopefully
I know
next week he'll be good. I don't even know what that is, what he's talking about. I'm gonna have to look into it. That sounds terrible.
Oh, I only know what that is because I was trying to.
Let's not share it. I don't want to share what he had. What's going on?
He was talking about a weed for allergies.
Oh, okay, allergies. Oh, okay.
Yeah. But it's just really like kind of evasive weed that kind of messes up yards. And I've been researching a lot about yards lately, and it was just funny that he mentioned that because I was like, I totally just read about how to get rid of that. But I don't know how. I'm not actually handy. I'm you know,
pay someone to do it.
Yeah, that's my style for sure. But
nothing wrong with that.
I'm gonna
whoever marries me is not gonna be marrying me for my ability to do manual labor.
They're gonna marry you for the waterbed.
I don't own a drill. I don't own a screwdriver. That's someone else's job. Real man right here.
Yeah. But you have, you know, by then you're gonna have 100,000 subs on YouTube. You know, 7-figure card business, 8-figure card business, whatever you want.
A pool guy.
You know, pool guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're building a house of cardboard. One cardboard brick at a time.
The house that cardboard built.
Exactly. Thanks for watching. You guys are all crazy.
Toodles.
Peace.
Oh my God.